Hello guys, I'm here with
María Rosales
she's the coordinator of the Fiat Lux program.
y hablo español.
Habla español. We're gonna ask her some questions about UC Merced
Okay.
and Fiat Lux.
Yes.
All right. So what do you do?
Here at
Yeah,
UC
like,
Merced. So I coordinate the Fiat program. We're a living learning community for first generation college students. We employ 16 student staff, and they're all responsible to somehow coach our students through their transition here to college.
Do you meet up individually with first generation students and give them personal one-to-one advice?
Yes, I do. I'm also the counselor for the Fiat program. So we are the only program on this campus that has personal counselors, in a sense, your life coach for students in our program. And I meet with students regularly. I have office hours that we hold, and so all you have to do is make an appointment and we can chat.
What are the pros and cons of the campus? Because it is a small campus.
Yeah, you know what? I would not say cons, right? They're pros, and I would say room for opportunity, right? So we are a small campus. We're the youngest of all 10 UCs. I believe we're either 10 or 13 years now. We're definitely under construction still. We have a lot of building that's happening. Eventually, I think we're supposed to be a medical research institution as well. So there's a lot of potential here. I would say that some students, especially if you're coming from an urban or suburban area, we are a rural area out here. So there's a lot of agriculture. There's a lot of farmers. There's a lot of open space, but we're definitely close to Yosemite, so there's a lot of land. You're definitely connected to nature, and most students I talk to, even if they're not used to this area or this environment, find it very peaceful and calming, and it's a space where they can stay focused.
Yeah, because like for me, I like it here because there's not a lot of traffic, and it's not noisy.
Yeah.
And I like going to the park that we have back here, and I get to de-stress there.
Yes, and it's a very safe campus. There's students who take walks. There's students who require to take walks and breaks in between their studying. And so you're a student, and you know that sometimes you're studying up into the midnight, 1, 2 a.m. And so it's not a problem to just get up and come outside and take a walk around campus. We have police on campus as well. And so we're almost like our own little city here.
Yeah, it's nice.
Yeah.
Can you tell me about the financial aid? Like, what does Fiat Lux provide for students of first generation?
Yes. So the Fiat program is an exclusive program. You have to be invited into the program to participate. This is the first year that we provided a $80,000 financial aid package. So what that means is that you're promised $20,000 each year of financial aid. For most students, it covers their expenses, but from other students, you might have to pull out either $4,000 to $8,000 in loans, but that's still a lot cheaper than what you would have to pay at any other university. At UC Merced, we're known for some of the best financial aid packages, and Fiat Lux is one of those programs that offers you that financial aid package. Again, because you're receiving a financial aid package and because you're getting an invitation to the Fiat Lux program, there's requirements that you have to complete. So we support you through that process. If you're having a struggle with trying to complete those requirements, we're not here to stress you out. We want you to succeed, so we make sure there's a way for you to manage those and get them done. And so one of the things that we know about first generation college students is that one of the barriers for them to go to college is the financial aid. And so by doing this financial aid package with Fiat Lux, we now feel that we're removing a barrier for students, and they can focus on their academics and not have to worry for the next 4 years. Yeah.
Makes it much easier not to take loans.
Yes.
So out of pocket, I paid $3,000 a semester.
Okay.
But I mean, that's it. I don't gotta take, like in other colleges, I was taking $6,000 per semester. Would have been that's a lot more.
Yeah. I mean,
double.
my personal experience, I owed more than $40,000 in. Yeah, but I was a working adult, and my financial aid was very different. But all I was eligible for were loans. So $6,000, you're doing pretty good.
Yeah.
You're doing pretty good. Yeah.
Well, thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Thank you so much for spreading the word about UC Merced.
Thank you for letting me interview.
Yes. And we are a Hispanic serving institution, which means that over 60% of our students here are from either Latinx, Chicanx, Hispanic backgrounds. And most of our students speak another language other than English, and for the majority, that is Spanish.
Cool, cool.
So aquí hablamos español.
Eso sí. Gracias.
All right, you're welcome.
So Juan, how do you like UC Merced?
I actually like UC Merced a lot. Originally, it wasn't my top choice to come to UC Merced, but things happened. And when I actually toured the school, I said this is the school for me just because it's really small. I wanted to apply to schools like UCLA and UC Berkeley, but I think I was just doing it just because of like the name, like UC Berkeley and UCLA. But I wasn't really taking into consideration what those schools could offer me. And when I came here at UC Merced, it was really good because it's a small school. And it's not like the super large school, so I felt like I was really at home here just because I'm from a small town, I'm from like a small high school, and it just kind of really felt like home for me. And I just like all the opportunities here because it is a new school, and it's currently growing, and we're growing along with it. There's a lot of opportunity for us, and just like there's a lot of resources here, and because it's a small school, everything's just so close to each other, and it's just so available for students.
How's the food?
So the food is for me, so I've been here for 3 years, so the food has changed a lot because back then we only had the DC, but now we have the pavilion. But I do prefer the food of the DC better than the pavilion, just because it's like more variety, and since I'm vegetarian, my options are a little bit limited. But the DC really helps me with that. And the food's pretty good because it's from downtown vendors.
Okay.
So I like the DC more than like the actual pavilion.
Awesome, nice. Well, thank you for your time. Thank you. What's up, guys? I'm here with one of my favorite person. His name is
Edwin. I'm Edwin, right?
It's Edwin, my boy Edwin. All right, so I'm gonna ask you some quick questions. All right, so the simplest questions: how do you like UC Merced?
Honestly, it's a good vibe. Like, there's a lot there's not a lot to do out here, but like it's open, and like there's a bunch of stuff that's coming up, so that's pretty good. There's town, which is like 30 minutes, 20 minutes away. So that's the only I guess bad part about it, because you gotta find like a ride. But there are zip cars on campus that you can like rent and like use to get to campus. But yeah, there's a lot of nice people, and like that's how they chill.
Yes. Well, what do you do on campus, like for fun? If you don't go off campus, what do you do here?
You go hit the gym, you play soccer, find some friends, throw a frisbee around, football, I don't know, anything that's like outdoors. You can visit the lake too. There's a lake not too far, like 5 minutes away. Skate around if you skate. Take pictures, like the sunsets and the sunrises are hella beautiful here. Yeah, just vibe with people.
And then, have you gone off campus? What activities or what? Is there a theater? What have you done off campus events? Yeah, like what fun is there off campus?
Off campus, there's a movie theater. There's also like one of those old Showtime theaters where like people are acting and stuff like that. There's also a rock and jump. It's like a trampoline place. That one's pretty fun too. There's a small zoo. Yeah.
Where's that rocket place at? I'm trying to go there.
It's by like In-N-Out. Yeah. We
Oh,
have
really?
an In-N-Out, so.
I'm thinking of hitting that up because I've been wanting to hit the trampolines, hit some backflips and stuff.
They have a 5-cent nickel arcade too.
Oh sure.
Yeah,
Okay.
on G Street.
Do you know how much it costs to?
5 cents, I guess?
No, like for
What do you
the trampoline.
Oh, trampoline? I don't think it's that expensive.
Okay.
Probably like 20, 30.
Okay. I'm going there tonight.
Sure.
You work at as
Fiat
in Felix. What do you do at Felix? What's your job?
So at Fiat, I'm a community scholar, so I'm kind of like an RA, not really like an RA, but I help students like with help, like guiding them wherever they want to go, wherever they need to go. Like if they have questions, I just answer them, or if they're looking for a place, like I tell them where the place is, or like how to get informed and like be ready to go on campus.
Yeah, because he's helped me out with the resume. He told me where to go, and I got that done for a requirement. Well, thank you for letting me interview you.
How long, bro? Anytime? I don't know.
Oh no, it's hard. All right,
Later.
Thank you. What's up, guys? I'm here with my friend Marco. Nice to meet you.
How are you doing?
Today I want to ask him some questions. So I'm just gonna ask him some simple questions about UC Merced and his experience. So, what are your experience? How's your experience here? You're a third year at UC Merced. How do you like it so far?
It's definitely been a challenging, course so far. There's been up and downs, but overall, I feel like UC Merced is a really good environment. There's very little distractions. For example, my decision was between UC Merced and CSU Fullerton. And at Fullerton, it's a big city, so there's a lot of distractions everywhere. That's the opposite as UC Merced. Like At times it does get boring, but it also allows you to focus on your education. And also the campus itself, it's still growing. So as of right now, the professors or the classes aren't too big. So that allows you to have more interactions with the professors, which is beneficial for a student as well.
You know, I've been going to office hours with my professor. It is easier to get one-on-one. Is that your experience as well? Like, have you gone to office hours yourself?
Yeah, so I tend to go to office hours pretty often. Sometimes even though I don't have any questions with regards to the actual class itself, I just go in there to talk to the professor, you know, try to get to build that connection. And a part of office hours for professors is a lot of resources like the STEM Center, the Math Center, the Chem Center, Health. So there's a lot of resources to get that interaction with faculty as well.
What clubs are you in? Like, do you participate in
So
clubs?
as of right now, I'm currently in Ingenieros Unidos, also known as IU, and also Society of Automotive Engineers. And those are the two main clubs I have joined. And the reason why I picked those is because those are based on, they do hands-on activities and projects that relate to my major, so they kind of benefit me. But there's a whole bunch of clubs on campus that could help you in different ways, such as public speaking, such as like writing clubs, there's music clubs, you know, boxing clubs, so they could help you in different ways, you know, not just education.
You're gonna ask something, Luis?
I was gonna say, would you have any personal advice from personally, since you're a mechanical engineer, for students who are incoming and are interested in being engineering majors?
So if you're interested for being a mechanical engineer or engineering in general, I recommend you to check out different clubs on campus, because by checking out different clubs, you know, they, you know, allow you to build interest on a certain topic, or like, you know, if you're deciding, if you're like undeclared, for example, and let's say you join the Society of Automotive Engineers. So once you get that experience, like, you might decide to become a mechanical engineer. So clubs really give you an opportunity, you know, to get some hands-on practice and develop like new skills as well.
All right, thank you, man.
Thank you.
Thank you, Angel.
Thank you.
Any last words, Angel?
Ask for help, you know. It comes to that, you gotta ask for help, get connected. It's how you get around here at UC Merced.
That's right, that's right.
Thank you. What should UC Merced first generation students, freshmen, what should they know about the school?
So, as a first generation student, you should pretty much know that the most important thing once you're a college student is to reach out, because having good communication will get you a long way. It will take you long ways, because that's pretty much how UCs work. You want to make sure you have a big network, or create a big network through talking to people, whether this is through talking with professors directly, go to their office hours after class. The other thing is they can provide you with resources, such as myself. I luckily talked to my math faculty, and they got me connected with the UROC program, and through that I got into the CERC program, which is a summer research program. I myself am an applied mathematics major, so it's one of the more rare degrees that people go for here, but it's still there. And so my biggest advice is to just reach out, because as you speak out, you get to learn more. If you just keep it all in, don't reach out, don't ask people the questions you want to ask, you'll never get them answered. So that's my biggest advice, is just make sure to reach out, especially once you're in college. You need to get as much information as you can. Don't be shy. Just reach out to whatever networks you need to reach out to, whatever resources you need to ask about. Just ask, talk.
Third year, yeah?
Yeah, I'm a third year.
Third year. How do you like it here? What do you do for fun out here?
So for me, I've been keeping myself busy with work and academics, you know, my classes. But aside from that, I really like skateboarding. I'm actually part of a new skate club we just created on campus, as well as I'm learning more about economical stuff, financial stuff, because my emphasis with my applied math major is economics, and so I want to learn as much as I can about investing, stocks, and all that. So I recently also joined the investment club. And so that's the other thing. I'm a third year, and you know, I just started being interested in this financial stuff. So I reached out. You know, it's never too late to actually start learning, wondering how something works. So
Never too late.
yeah, never too late. So especially at a UC, it's never too late to learn. So keep reaching out.
Last words.
Don't give up, and leave a legacy back there, out there for your family members or whoever you want to leave it there for. So make an impact.
There it is. Thank you so much.
No problem, man.
Thank you.